Okay. Forgive me while I add tags and do YouTuber stuff for a second. There we go. Save. We get chat going. Hello. There we go. No. Hello? YouTube? Gosh, I hate the YouTube app so much. There we go. Finally. Goodness. Alright. I can now see chat. Good. Okay. Tags are in. Category and stuff is good. We are fired up and ready to go. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the finale of Sticker Star Live. This will be the final stream of the series, unless we decide to revisit it for whatever reason. And I don't think that's going to happen, because we shouldn't have a need to, because, well, maybe it's better if it'll be better if I just show you, rather than tell you. If you were on stream last night, you probably know what I'm about to show you. If you weren't, no worries. I will gladly show it off to you anyway. But, yeah, if you check the, length of the first 7 parts of this series, last night's stream was the longest. And the reason for that was this. We are 5 super flags deep into 100%. And all 3 of the remaining super flags we're going to be able to finish in 1 level. So we are literally 1 level away from 100%. I spent probably between 2 and 3 hours grinding battles last night, live on stream, to finish off the super flags on the right-hand side. The only things that we have left to do are to finish the sticker museum, place down the last secret door, and collect the last comet piece. And that is it for 100%. Then we will fight Bowser and complete the game. We'll watch the parade. That's our quote-unquote reward for all of the work that we've done. We'll be seeing everything show up in the parade. What's going on, Alexis? How you doing? Welcome to stream. Thanks for being here. Started a little later than I anticipated. I apologize. I got distracted. But there we go. That's the last secret door we need to buy. We have the super flag for spending coins at shops as well. That one's done. So I tried to put us in position where we'd have as little to do today as possible, outside of just actually finishing the game. So yeah, I do quickly want to analyze my inventory real quick. I will sort as well, but I want to analyze my inventory and just see what do I have, what do I not have. Obviously, I don't have any things on me at the moment. And that's okay. We shouldn't need any for the upcoming level. We just need the secret door. We could do it on a return trip, but it's the only level left with a secret door. So I figure I might as well come in with the secret door. But yeah, looking at our album, we're good. I mean, we don't even start on hammers until page 4. We are loaded. We did get quite a few shiny stickers from grinding encounters last night, so we are looking good. We've got 2 Infinijumps, a clone jump, we've got a big shiny Infinijump, we've got a whole page of flowers, we've got a bunch of shells. So the upcoming level should not be difficult. Plus, they give us the additional stickers that we need anyway. But first, we need to head to Gatecliff, because we can't get to the level until we actually reveal the level, I guess. So, we're going to exit the cabin here. And the royal stickers are doing this. So we are going to, one by one, click on them, and that's going to do this, I guess. There's not really an explanation. I mean, I guess they're, like, drawn to the power of the last one or whatever. But it's stupid. I think that's stupid. Like, oh, they're shining because we need a plot device. Like, I don't know. I don't like that very much. They could have done better with it. But anyway, in doing so, they create the outline of this scrap here. We turn it around to reveal Bowser's Castle. And that's where we're headed. Kind of. Also, the logistics of what just happened make zero sense in any way, but it's a Mario game, so it's fine. So now, because it took off for the clouds, we need to go find somebody who can fly us up there. And if you've been paying attention throughout the playthrough, you still probably won't know the answer because it is not obvious. What we have to do is go back to Wiggler's treehouse. Because, of course we do. Because this is like the only actual unique character that you meet in this entire game. And you get here, and Bro is just not on the premises. He's just not home. Except he is home. He just can fly now. So, if you're not catching on, Wiggler's a caterpillar, and he ate a lot of leaves, and he grew into a butterfly. And now he's called Flutter, because he's got wings. So yeah, this is how we get to the rest of the game. Alright. Here we go. So, 6-1 is just not a level. It's just reveal Bowser's Castle and then go home. So this is where the actual world really starts. So this is meant to be like a sort of callback, and Flutter mentions it here, where this is a callback to when we rode to the island, the shipwreck island, to go fight the Gooper Blooper at the end of World 3. So it's a cute little detail. I like that. The thing is, like, he has the same dialogue no matter how soon you do it, so you could have done it, like, a couple hours before and be like, oh, that feels like so long ago, like, buddy. You know, like, that was not that long ago. Even, like, in this playthrough, it was, what, a couple days ago? Alright, so Bonsai Bill gets shot at us because we get cut off by a giant airship. Now, I think they should have just had basically a firefight mid-air and just shoot ammo at each other until one of them goes down. I think that would have been a cooler level, but alas, that is not what we get to do. Maybe one day. Anyway, so it's Bowser Jr. again, who has made two relatively insignificant appearances in the game so far, in the grand scheme of, wow, words, in the grand scheme of things. He showed up in World 1 for like a couple seconds, and then that was about it. Okay, we actually can't one-turn this, that's unfortunate. Sure. roast these guys. This guy's gonna pop up, throw a wrench at us. No big deal. We got stickers for millennia. See if they'll drop the sticker I need here. They do. Let's go. That's one of the last 3 battle stickers we need for the museum. I really shouldn't be first striking these, now that I think about it. First striking is actually bad. Because first striking prevents me from killing them on one turn, because if they get first struck, they duck down below ground and you can't hit them. So I really should not be first striking them, but I will kill it with its own weapon, so that's pretty cool. Or something, I don't know. Ooh, tail. We're gonna need that too. I almost first struck again. Hey, pop up. There we go. Come get some! Come get some! Sorry. There we go. Quick shiny shell, no biggie. And there we go. Perfect bonus. We don't really need the coins or the perfect bonuses at this point because I did all the grinding last night. But, you know, I'd still like to one turn if possible. So here we go. Hope y'all are having a lovely Saturday, by the way. Memorial Day weekend for my fellow Americans. So, happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. Thanks for stopping by and tuning into the stream. I appreciate it. Alright. So now that we're inside, there's the secret door we need to put down. Couple shiny Goombas and an Ice Bro in here. We can get rid of these guys pretty quick. Got a shiny Fire Flower. It's an exact kill on the Goombas. I think it's actually an exact kill on everything. Wow. Nice. Alright, a couple extra stickers. Don't mind if I do. What do these give out again? Oh, a bunch of ice-themed stickers. Bonk. I'm doing my regular... Actually, why am I even bothering to fight enemies? I've just realized that. Why am I fighting enemies? I don't... I don't need the coins that you get for, like, winning, you know, or fighting a lot of enemies in level. I don't need the coins at this point, so why am I doing this? Just force a habit from the rest of the playthrough. Alright, that's our third tarot... Gosh, I can't speak tonight. I'm so sorry. Tail sticker of the level. Those will be useful later. We will need those. We will put down the secret door and grab the second of the 3 remaining battle stickers that are not in the museum. These are not those stickers. There's another one. Let me sort it real quick. Hey, Mario just slipped after trying to cut something and stabbed my thumb. Oh! I mean, I was sorry. That was probably not a great reaction. I'm sorry to hear that, but I absolutely 100% sorry. I really can't speak tonight. I don't know what's going on with me. What I was trying to say is I'm very sorry to hear that, but I 100% understand your pain because I do that all the time when I'm cutting things. So, I'm sorry to hear that, but I understand what you're going through. Because I cannot be trusted with sharp objects. I will maim myself. Ah. We one-shot these. Cool. I guess we just one-shot the Bob-Ombs. That's cool. I didn't remember that. Alright, so there they all go. I don't know if those count as enemy kills. That's actually something I don't know about this game. If you, like, first strike an enemy and kill it, does it count as a first strike? I actually don't know. Does it count as a kill for, like, level reasons, I guess is what I mean. You kill the blasters. This is not the 1,000-year door. This is not the 1,000-year door. You cannot... The blasters are not enemies. You cannot fight them. Okay, up we go. Peel the Bowser tape. That will create a new platform for us that will allow us to get to where we need to go. I'm out of room. Okay. I'm still out of room. Okay. Inventory fills up fast when you're bringing in new stuff. Alright, so back up here. We want to go back through this door, or I guess it's not a door, more of an exit. Now we can drop down here. We can discard another wrench. We can get hit by a bullet in the face, and then we can make it through here. Do not get hit by those, by the way. Those will do like a massive chunk of your health if you happen to run into them. If you happen to be playing this game at any point, do not run into the Bonsai Bill. It will not do chip damage like the other projectiles in the game will. It will do a massive chunk of your health. Just a little tip for you. Anyway, we spin the blaster around so we can fire a Bonsai Bill through the body of the ship. Because that's not a terrible idea. No one should ever have to suffer through Sticker Star. Listen, I'm not suffering through Sticker Star. I've said this multiple times throughout this series. I chose to do this. I like this game. Okay? As weird as it is for a person to say that, I enjoy this game. I play through it like once a year. This was a conscious choice. Everything is okay. I chose to play Sticker Star because I wanted to have a decent quality playthrough of it on the channel because my first two were terrible. I am not being subjected to torture. This was a conscious decision. I can recognize the flaws with the game. Don't get me wrong. But I chose this. Like in the same sentence... So Sticker Star like in the same sentence? Who's holding you at gunpoint? No. Listen, again. I get it's sarcasm, but... No, you see my other message. I went AFK for a minute. I did. It did. I'm glad you found it funny. And I apologize again for my inability to speak this evening for whatever reason. No, I want flashy. Yes. Again, I really don't need to be doing these battles because I've got all the super flags that pertain to battling, so this really doesn't do much for me. But oh well. I've been doing it for the rest of the game. I may as well, right? So this is a cool little fight here. We fight all of the different bros. I like this fight. This fight is neat. Reasons to not like Sticker Star, because Sticker Star killed my grandma. That is true. We did discuss this previously. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, I wanted to one-turn the bro fight, but I guess not. I guess I could have done Battle Spinner, but that's okay. We get a lot of stickers here, though. Bonk. Now here, this fight is important. This fight we need to do. I really should have saved the flashy shell for this fight. Okay. Battle Spinner. One more time. Probably not for the last time, to be fair. I will probably be using this quite a bit. But, alright. What I'm saying is I did the Battle Spinner super flag thing already. I'll just use... No, I can't justify using a second one. Burn Hammer. Sure. Oh. Okay. Sure. They didn't drop it. That actually really sucks. I don't think they respawn. I think we're gonna need to do this level a second time. Because they didn't drop the sticker that I need. That really stinks. Okay, I'm not gonna bother with these other fights. That is actually extremely disappointing. Okay, that, yeah, they don't respawn. I don't think bruisers show up anywhere else in the level, so I think we're gonna have to do this level over again. These guys do, though. Or, well, they do. Can you guys, like, go down into your hole, please? Thank you. There we go. Like, I think they respawn if you run away and don't fully kill them. If I remember correctly. That really stinks. Okay, so we need to come back to this level after we finish it to get that last sticker. That is that's really not fun that we have to do that, but I was kind of hoping that it was a joke when Agent told me that it wasn't a guaranteed chance to drop it. Like, for a wrench, there's enough rocky wrenches in this level to where realistically you're gonna get one eventually. But no, he was telling the truth. It is not a guaranteed chance, and now we have to redo the level just to get the one sticker. Anyway, final Bowser Jr. fight. In more pressing events, I guess. Alright, I will do the Battle Spinner. I will be using my standard Hop Slipper strategy. Actually, can we even hurt him? I don't even know if we can hurt him in this phase, but I will try. And then we will throw on a tail. Oh, we can hurt him a little bit. Okay. We can do some chip damage. At least with shinies, we can do some chip damage. He might just have like a set number defense. Or percentage defense. Anyway, we need this. Because he's going to shoot stuff at us. And we want to hit it back at him. Because it does big damage. Like in one turn, we just did 150 damage with the projectiles that he threw at us. So yeah, that's the gimmick for the entire fight is you hit his stuff back at him and then he dies. Alright. He's down to just 20 health. Will a regular Hop Slipper or a shiny Hop Slipper do it at this point? I don't know what his defense looks like. Well, we'll give it a shot. If we waste a turn, we waste a turn. Okay, we do waste a turn. That's fine. Oh, I didn't put a tail on. Okay. If you block, these really don't do that much. Oh, and he heals. That sucks. Okay. I should have just used a tail. I'm an idiot. I would have been able to kill him that turn anyway. Whatever. We'll just put a tail on. Alright. This should be the final turn. Yep. See ya. Alright, so I would say this is the end of this level, but it's not, because we need to we need to come back and do it again because we didn't get the frickin' barrel sticker. That sucks. Total waste of time, but whatever. I'll dodge fights and get back in there and get the sticker. Then once we do that, we're going to take a brief intermission. Well, not really an intermission, but like an intermission from like actual gameplay. Because I happen to have all 64 things currently in my inventory. And I'm going to turn them all into stickers at once. And completely finish the sticker museum. Should I grab this? I mean, I'm here. I might as well grab another Mega Flash Jump, right? I might as well. It's right here. I guess I should probably make sure to bring a Super Boot to the final boss then, so I can, depending on what phase I decide to use it in, I can, Dude, really? At this point in the game, I'm fighting freaking Bob-Ombs. They have 7 HP. We were fighting these in 1-6. Leave me alone. I'm here for one sticker. Again, I'm going to be patient here. Actually, no, we turn this around. Nothing's going to come out that side. I grab an extra tail. Just in case I screw up that part of the Bowser fight. I might. I've done it before. Alright. This fight with the Boomerang Bro is the only one I care about. Please drop the sticker. Thought we weren't going to get one there for a second. Okay. The sticker has been dropped. We're done. Off to the museum to finish it and complete the last Super Flag. Because we've only got one more to do at this point. We've got the secret door one. We've got the Comet Piece one. So the only one left is the museum. And we've got the last 3 stickers right here. Or the battle stickers, at least. And then we need to go through and turn all of the things into stickers. And then that'll be it for Super Flags. And that's it for 100% progress. At that point, we just gotta beat the game. And that's it. I am very happy I did what I did last night, though. Because I know for a fact I am not... Gosh, this stream would have been twice the length of what it's gonna be if I hadn't done the grinding last night. Yeah, no, I am... Plus, I am not feeling 100% today. I'm quite tired today. So I definitely am glad I did the grinding last night. I definitely would not be up to it today. Alright. Battle stickers complete, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna do it this way. Now, I need to figure out how to organize my inventory in an efficient way, because I have way too many stickers to do this efficiently. Because if I only do, like, stickers that are gonna fill up one page, then, like, this is gonna take forever. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. That's okay. I don't want to sacrifice anything in my inventory. It's all pretty good stuff at this point. Alrighty. We will start with the tiny things. That way we can fit the most of them into our inventory at once. That should expedite the process at least a little bit. What's nice is the game actually labels them with a different color based on how big they are. The massive ones are this pinkish purple color, the medium-sized ones are this blue, and then the tiny ones are this, like, orange color. So, we don't have to guess. And then the backgrounds of the stickers tell you what kind of sticker it is. Different colors represent different different types. So you see the and some of the colors are pretty similar, so they can be a little bit different to, or difficult to differentiate, but for example, fire type stickers have like a reddish background. And what's nice is, since we've collected all 64 of these, any of these that we need for the boss fight, and there are several, we can just buy from the thing dealer instead of going out and having to find it. Because once you've collected it, you can buy it from the thing dealer in the back alley of Decalburg. So that will definitely save us some time. Good game feature. This is going to take a bit, though. So I hope you guys will stick with me, and I almost thought about doing this bit last night, too, but I was streaming until 2:45 in the morning, and I was like, you know what? I have all the things. It's not going to take that long. Let me just do this tomorrow. So, plus I wasn't sure how long the actual levels and bosses were going to take. And I didn't want the stream to be necessarily on the shorter side. I feel like that's a little anticlimactic for a finale, you know? So, I figured once we were able to complete the museum, we might as well go ahead and complete the museum. And then we can get back everything that we will need for the final boss. Hope we roll a jackpot on the Kamek fight, because if we don't, it might get painful. I think the best strategy if you don't roll a jackpot is to just run away. And I think that is a fight you can run from, I'm pretty sure. So if we don't roll a jackpot, we'll probably run, and then just re-enter the fight and get another opportunity to roll the battle spinner, and then we'll do that until we get the jackpot. And I just gotta make sure I time my button presses good, and we should be able to take it out in one turn. Because, yeah, if we... I mean, I guess we could roll Battle Spinner every turn, but, like, after the first turn, it gets annoying because they start moving, and, like, they can move up out of range of attacks, and the only stickers you have to fight with are sandals, and they can't reach enemies that are too high up, and it's a very, very badly designed fight. And you could argue that about a lot of the fights in this game, because you either use the sticker they're weak to, or and defeat them in like 2 turns, or you grind it out for like many minutes. The only boss that really didn't have that problem was Petey Piranha. And even then, at that point in the game, you have access to Infinijumps. You can replay 5-4 a couple of times and get enough damage to to take him out. Obviously, you can't do it in one turn, at least when you initially encounter him, because you don't have the battle spinner, but yeah. Hi, Rudy. What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we're almost done this first batch here. Again, I would make... I guess I could. See, my original plan was to buy back all of the things after I put them in the museum. But, because I was thinking like, oh, you know, if I'm truly at 100%, let me finish the game with all the things in my inventory and also be at max coins. But that just sounds completely unnecessary. Like, the amount of time that would take to grind back up to max coins, like, I don't want to do that. It's not on any 100... it might be on the 100%. Like, if it might be on the speedrun list or something. I don't know. I've never looked at it. But, like, 100% for, as far as I'm concerned, is super flex. Like, at some point in the game, we had all 64 things in our inventory. At some point in the game, we had max coins. I feel like that's good. And so if I'm not going to do that, then I'm probably going to get rid of some of the stickers in my inventory because I can buy them back if I need them. In fact, I'll probably clear out quite a bit of space. Let me do that. And I'm just going to discard them because, again, we've got max coins. We can't really... Actually, you know what? No. I'll clear my inventory of all things and then buy back the ones I need so I don't accidentally turn them into stickers again and confuse myself. Alright, I'll keep the extra Mega Flash jump. Although it wouldn't be too difficult to get a new one. I'm ditching all of the shiny jumps in my inventory. We can go buy flashy jumps from the Rumble Volcano shop for 20 each. I do not need those. Same with hammers. Any shiny hammers are going to go from the inventory. If I want to buy hammers, I'll go buy flashy ones. Same with fire flowers at this point. The Wamino Mountain shop, we haven't been to it since we first unlocked it early on in the game. But they gradually, or the shop gradually, I'll get rid of mushrooms too. We can buy flashy mushrooms. Gradually gets better flower stickers as you continue on in the game. So they sell flashies. So if we need those, we can go buy them. I don't know if there's a shop that sells flashy iron jumps, so I might hold on to those. That gives us a couple pages of space, so that might be good for now. We'll see. I don't want to. I want to make minimal trips, I guess. Alright, so once again, we're going to start with the tiny ones, so we can fit as many of those in our inventory as possible. What's unfortunate is it takes us back to page 1 every time after we sling one, so we have to scroll, but it's not too bad. We're looking for the orange ones, because those are the tiny ones. Then we'll move on to the blue ones, and then lastly, we will do the pinkish purple ones. I need to start putting together a list of the things I'm going to need for the Bowser fight as well. I'm going to need the tape. I'm going to always take the smallest version of like the type of sticker that I need. Like we need a immobilizing sticker. We need a ice sticker. We need a wind sticker. We need a scissors sticker. So I'm always going to take the smallest version to conserve inventory space. So we're going to need the tape, we're going to need the sewing scissors, we're going to need the shaved ice, we're going to need the bellows. I'll take the squirt gun because it's big damage and it will be useful. I'll take the boombox because that'll double our damage, as much as damage can be doubled, I guess. We are already out of tiny things. Okay. That's fine. Still can't believe I didn't have the curling stone yesterday. Like, I totally should have had that, and I just didn't. Alright, so we'll start on the blue ones, the medium-sized ones. Space-wise, this is actually working out pretty well so far. Are there any other things I might need? I'll probably save the boombox for the final phase. Trying to think, is there any other strategy besides just... I could just bring, like, most of the tiny things and just kind of spam them. But if there's, like, a specific sticker or type of sticker that might do even better damage, I want to bring that along, too. Because we'll still have to deal damage. Like, a lot of these things are, like, a niche thing. Like, the tape will stop other enemies from spawning in the first part. The sewing scissors will get rid of the giant womp in the second part. Like, but they're not gonna do all of the damage that we need them to do. They don't work in the same way that they work in other boss fights in the game, where it's like you exploit some kind of boss weakness and do a whole bunch of damage. Like, they just kind of counter different gimmicks that Bowser throws at you, and then from there you still have to deal a decent amount of damage to progress to the next phase of the fight. So... two more. We can only fit two anyway. We may as well make it... Actually, can we only fit... No, you can only fit one. I'm an idiot. Alright, well, sorry about that. Slightly less efficient, but whatever. Alright, so we'll throw these in there. I want to minimize the number of trips I take, if at all possible. This will probably be the most boring part of this stream. At least I hope so. And then, the Bowser fight should be pretty fun. Hey, it's the world's best Paper Mario game. What's going on, Light Power Up? How you doing? Yes, indeed, it is. It is the most universally loved Paper Mario game of all time. I'm shocked we've been able to 100% this game in 8 episodes. That's pretty good. I was looking at my playtime, and last night I said I was probably well over 20 hours. Starting this stream, we were under 20 hours. I was honestly surprised. JK, I like Color Splash better. I never played enough of Color Splash to form an opinion on it. I would like to play it at some point. In fact, I'd like to play it on the channel at some point. I have so many, just from this series, I've come up with so many games I want to play on the channel. Like, even games I've already beaten myself, even games that, like for example, I've 100%ed Mario Galaxy 1, and I loved it, and it was fantastic. I would be down to do it again if I could figure out how to properly set up, you know, a Wii remote to work properly. Because again, I've tried with Elgato, I really have. But I just cannot figure out Elgato, no matter how hard I try. But it's okay. Yeah, Wii might be a little bit difficult because of the motion controls. I guess I could map controller shake to like a different button, maybe? On, like, the controller I'm using? I mean, that might be a little bit weird. But I could probably get used to it. Like, I could map it to, like, one of the off buttons, like Y or something. Or, I guess what would be Y on a 3DS. I'm using a DualShock, but... Yeah, I'd like... There's so many games I want to play, man. Like, genuinely. There's so many games that have come to mind that I want to play after this. And that's good. I'm not complaining. That is really good. Like, I want to share my love for these games, or experience these games for games I've never played. Like, for example, I've seen a lot about Deltarune. I've never played it myself. I've never played through Super Paper Mario. I never finished Color Splash, right? I haven't even touched Origami King. And these are all things I would absolutely love to play on the channel. So I truly hope that I get the chance to play them. I mean, I guess it's not really about getting a chance to play them. Like, I can make that decision, I guess. But, you know, there's almost too many, you know? Like, I'd have to pick certain ones that I want to play. I'm trying to figure out what I want. I mean, obviously, the obvious next one is Deltarune, right? Because chapters 3 and 4 of Deltarune are coming out soon. Like, within the next couple of weeks. And I don't know if I could beat a game in that period. Like, that period of, like, 12, 13 days before the new Deltarune chapters come out. I don't know if I want to start another series in that time, because I don't know if I can finish it. And I don't want to, like, stop doing one series to start another series, you know? I'd like to play Deltarune while it's, like, fresh, you know? Like, while the hype for the new chapters coming out is still there. The first one that comes to mind that I maybe could beat in that time is maybe 3D Land. That's another one that I sort of revisit roughly every year. I could. I might be able to beat 3D Land in like that, like 100% 3D Land in that 2-week period. I might be able to. I normally get through it pretty quick. The worlds aren't too long, the levels aren't too long. Just spent a solid 20 hard minutes to make a product just to realize my camera quality is dookie. Unfortunate, although as somebody who has basically had to rework entire episodes because of bad camera quality, I understand. I've had to rework entire episodes of the Daily Rip because of my camera unfocusing. It's like, gosh darn it, you were focusing perfectly fine 2 seconds ago. What changed? Then I gotta make a cut, and it's like jarring, and I'm worried it's gonna ruin the viewer retention, and it's just annoying. Now I just build in refocusing my phone's camera into the actual episode itself. Luckily, the shaking kind of happens in the background, so it's less noticeable. Like the shaking that happens when I touch my phone. You don't really see it in the foreground with the card, because it focuses, which is nice. Cuts normally keep viewer retention. Right, but I mean, like, my normal flow of the video is, like, the 5 distinct sections. Like, I have the intro, describing the pack, opening the pack, showing the cards, and asking, and giving people, like, contacts if they're interested, and then an outro. And, like, if I have to cut in with, like, another segment, it's like, sorry, my camera unfocused. Like, it's a little bit, you know, for a normal viewer, it might be unusual. See, the thing is, also, I don't necessarily, you know, it doesn't necessarily worry me strictly, because of, like, what a viewer might see. I'm kind of paranoid and, a bit of a conspiracy theorist when it comes to YouTube. It's gonna sound weird. I'm a bit of a conspiracy theorist when it comes to YouTube. I kind of like theorize that, oh, a cut in there, something in YouTube's algorithm that recommends videos sees the cut and is like, oh no, we can't recommend this. I have no way to prove that, like, concretely, right? But it's one of those things that it's like, I don't know. You know, it almost seems that way sometimes. Have I played chapters 1 and 2 in Deltarune? I have not played them, no. I've seen in-depth video covering them, but I have not played them. That's, again, this goes back a little bit. A couple years ago, I did a pretty similar to this series, actually, except it was Undertale. I did a live playthrough of Undertale across multiple streams. I actually had some of my friends do voice acting for the characters. It was a really, really fun series. I really, really enjoyed it. And I've said on multiple occasions I want to play Deltarune at some point, but I've always been sort of afraid of how it would do. Because it's not, like, I've kind of known for Roblox, mostly. Roblox and Among Us is where I've gained a lot of my audience from. But, I'll spare you the channel lore. But, I kind of have changed how I approach my content. Now I don't really care about what's going to do well. Like, I'll try to make slight tweaks and changes so that the content's more appealing to the algorithm based off what I think the algorithm is looking for. But now I'm kind of more focused on doing what I want to do versus what I think people want to see, because, you know, whether or not I put effort into something, it may or may not do well. The YouTube algorithm is very unpredictable. Nobody really knows how it works, right? So I figure I might as well do what I want to do, right? Like, have some fun with it and make the content more appealing, because people are not going to watch or not going to want to watch something where I'm not enjoying it and, like, you know, exuding the energy of, like, you know, wanting to do whatever I'm doing. So that's why I'm kind of deciding, like, yeah, I want to do Deltarune. I mean, it's a good time to do it as well, because the new chapters are coming out. And I think that'll make the series even better. Because I'm trying to determine how to do this. Like, should I start the series before the chapters come out? And then, like, try and get to roughly where chapter 3 and 4 will be, like, as they come out? Or should I start the series right when they come out, but then it's going to be a bit before we actually get to the new stuff, so people might not be interested in rewatching? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. I'll probably do the latter. Just, you know, so people who are generally searching up Deltarune might come across my content a little bit more. But we'll see. Also, people might want a refresher, too. Like, I was talking about this, I think it was last night, about, like, certain, like, series of shows that I watch where, like, the time between episode releases is so long that I'll need to, like, rewatch old episodes to catch up on the story. You know, it might be one of those situations with Deltarune where, you know, it's been so long since Chapter 2 came out, people are like, oh, hold on, I forget exactly what happened. Let me brush up on my Deltarune lore. So, in that case, that works perfectly for somebody like me who is going to be playing through all of it. So, you know, I don't know. I don't have those answers. Shout out the Wade concept. But I will be playing Deltarune. I can tell you that. I will be playing Deltarune, and I have friends who absolutely adore it, and I know it's adorable. I know that much. It's adorable. The music is, I mean, listen, Undertale's known for its music, but just simply the battle theme of Deltarune is just one of the greatest bits of video game music to ever grace this planet. I have multiple versions of it in my, like, general music playlist that I listen to. I have, like, a trap remix, and then also a lo-fi version, and then also the original. It is, if you've somehow never heard it, don't spoil Deltarune for yourself, but just go give it a listen. It's so good. It's such a good little track. But, Yeah. Deltarune will be happening. The question is, can we squeeze another game in the 2 weeks between, I guess, tonight, because we're going to finish Thicker Star tonight, and June 6th? June 5th? Something like that? When the new Deltarune chapters come out. And my answer for the moment is maybe. I might be able to fit Super Mario 3D Land 100% in between. If I'm consistent with streaming. And I don't necessarily have a streaming schedule. I've streamed this game like basically 3 nights in a row just because I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying this series. I'm enjoying interacting with you guys. I'm enjoying, talking about a game that I love, and this has just been a really, really fun series, so I've been wanting to continue doing it. I don't necessarily plan on streaming every night. I feel like I'm going to burn out if I do that, so I don't really have a set schedule, and I don't necessarily plan on streaming every night. But if I could stream, like, I don't know, 3 times a week, could I beat 3D Land in like 6 sessions of, like, say 2-3 hours each? I think so, because realistically, how long... I know my way through 3D Land pretty darn well. I probably could. If I can bang out, like... Because in total there's 16 worlds. That's like, what? 3 worlds per 2.5-ish? Is that how that... No. No, 2.5 would be 15. I think that's doable, honestly. That'll probably be what we do next. We'll probably do 3D Land next. Because that's another game I know really well, and I could bang out pretty quickly. Alright, I think we're done with blue things at this point. Yes, we are. So we're on to pink. 25 left. So we're over halfway done. But yeah, I've got plenty of ideas for other stuff I'd want to do after that. I mean, Mario Galaxy's on that list. Pretty much any other Paper Mario would also be on that list. I'd be down to play any other Paper Mario on stream. And some of them might even turn into, like, longer series, like 15 episode stream series, and that's fine too. This just happened to be a shorter one because I know my way around this game very well. For something like Thousand Year Door, like, I've played it, I've 100%ed it, but I don't know my way around it nearly as well as this or 3D Land, so it would probably take a little bit longer to get through, and that's fine. That's one where I wouldn't mind it being longer because it has a story, unlike this game. Like, a story-based game like that, I would have absolutely no issue with that being a longer series. It's meant to be a long game. Also, I completely changed the way I played it compared to the first time I went through it, and I also think that would be a fun experience for me, is just playing it differently. I invested way too much into HP when I should have been putting into BP for most of the game. Just because I wasn't really sure what was good and which way I should go, but now I know. So anyway, rambling aside, that's kind of where I'm at with channel content. thank y'all for being here and hanging out, by the way. I appreciate it. I know not everybody loves this game. Hello. But I appreciate y'all being here and chatting, hanging out. Means a lot. Alrighty. We are under 20 things left to go. And then I will buy a couple that I know I will need for the boss fight. Don't really know how much strategy I can do beyond that. We could paperize a whole bunch of our shiny stickers into flashy stickers. That would take a bit, though. Don't know if that's the route we want to go, just because that might take a while. But yeah, we'll finish these up. And then we will fight the final boss. Well, technically we'll fight Kamek and then we'll fight the final boss, but we'll fight the final boss. And then I can finally say I put out a decent quality playthrough of Sticker Star on this channel. And listen, this game means a lot to me in a YouTube sense, not just in like a personal enjoyment sense. This was the first thing I ever posted to this channel. My first video is the first episode of a Sticker Star Let's Play, recorded vertically, with a camera that I was using to record my 3DS. It was terrible, but it's where I got started, you know? So, this game means a lot to me for that reason as well. This was where I started on YouTube. And the time I did fully play through it on the channel, back in 2020, I don't even know how many people were around the channel at that point when I played through it. One, I used an editing software that put a watermark on everything that I posted. And two, once again, I was recording my 3DS with a camera. I think it was my phone at that point. I was using my phone to record my 3DS. But it was horizontal this time, so there was improvement. But it still wasn't good, you know? It was still pretty scuffed and not high quality. So that was where the desire to do this stream series came from. And listen, I've had a ton of fun with this. I hope you guys have had a fraction of the fun, even just a fraction of the fun I've had with this series, because I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And not just the game, I've thoroughly enjoyed interacting with people, you know, hearing what people have to say, their opinions on the game. You know, just, I've thoroughly enjoyed meeting quite a few new people over the course of this stream series. It's brought in more people than I kind of expected, but like in a good way, because I've been able to meet a lot of people, and some of them have returned for more than one stream, and that means a lot. You know, seeing somebody like your content enough to come back, that's like the biggest honor you can receive as a YouTuber. You know, somebody who liked your content enough to be like, hey, I want to watch another one. Like, that's high praise. So the series has been a lot of fun for me in a lot of different ways. Alrighty. I'm gonna make a little bit more room. What can I get rid of? I only have one of these. I'll just get rid of it. Do we have the room for a... I don't think so. We have a ton of these. Let me get rid of a couple of those too. Because I only want to make 2 trips. It's going to be 3 with the current arrangement, so I wanted to make enough room so that I can do the remaining ones in 2 trips. But then that'll be it. Last super flag. Then I'll load up, and we will finish Sticker Star. There's going to be a decent amount of strategy that goes into this boss fight, outside of just the things I need to counter the different gimmicks for the different phases. Because, like, I gotta deal damage. I gotta make sure I'm dealing damage. And, outside of just buying all the really tiny things, and, you know, having those in my inventory for damage, I don't know, you know, like... I mean, I have some solid stickers in my inventory, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure he's got some defense, and I'm pretty sure he's immune to jumps, like standard jumps. I think he's considered a spiked enemy. I don't know if it's because of the spikes on his back or the crown or whatever, but I believe he's considered a spiked enemy. So, iron jumps or jumps with super boots are... Maybe I'll go hop slippers. I mean, listen, hop slippers have not failed me yet. As a way to handle bosses, because of the way that damage is handled with bosses. They cut your damage. They quarter your damage. And you can't do less than 1 on a strike. Except you kind of can... just not on bosses. I know I've done... Like, it was one of the bros. I'm trying to remember which one. Maybe Boomerang Bro? But there is definitely a situation where I jumped on a Boomerang Bro with a hop slipper and did no damage. You know what it probably was? It was probably like... Because if you think about it, I'm trying to think like how that would have worked. Like, if it had like a flat, I forget if it had like flat defense or like a percentage defense. I'm just gonna go stickerize the other 2 real quick. Yes, that's the word I use, by the way, for... I don't say sling a thing, I say stickerize instead of paperize, because whatever. Anyway. Because maybe it was like a rounding down type of thing, depending on how much defense it had. Like, if it just rounded the defense of... But no, that wouldn't make any sense. I don't know. I honestly don't know what did it. But I know it didn't do any damage. Alright, so these are the last 2. We'll throw all these in the museum. We'll unlock the sound test in the bestiary, and then I'll show off the super flags, just so everybody can see that we did do 100%. I'll go by the ones I need. How long should the boss fight take? Could not tell you. Depends on how much damage we can do. Outside of the ones we need for the gimmicks, I'm definitely bringing the boombox, and I'm definitely bringing the squirt gun. If anybody else has recommendations for things worth bringing to the Bowser fight. My buyer couldn't even afford it. Well, that sucks. That's a bummer. Sorry to hear that. That's not the thing that's on the screen. Sorry, my brain is... Four more. And then we are done with the museum. The extra stuff for 100% is always the longest and most annoying part of Sticker Star for me. Main game's not bad. I mean, World 3 can be tiring just because of how long it is, but World 4 is great. World 1 is like early enough in the game that, you know, you're still kind of riding that high from starting the game off. And World 2 can be a little annoying, especially Sandshifter Ruins. But yeah, I like the story of World 3 quite a bit. I wish more worlds had actual story like World 3 did. I think this would be a significantly better game. It is a bit long. Like, even as much as I love the story, World 3 goes on for too long. Like, it just does. That's not really negotiable. Like, it's 12 levels, and there's a significant amount of backtracking. So, it's really more than 12 levels. Alright. There we go. Museum complete. There we go. Shut up, Christy. Nobody cares about you. Who gets honorary curator, except despite doing all the work? That's ridiculous. I'll show off the super flags real quick. And then we will get to game planning. Because it's Bowser time. Yeah, the rewards are not interesting enough to show off. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. All 8 super flags. All HP up hearts. Complete sticker museum. All secret doors. All comet pieces. 10,000 coins spent in shops. 500, 500 perfect bonuses. 1,000 excellence. And 50 battle spinner jackpots. All on stream, by the way. There is footage of me doing all of those things. So nobody can say that I did any of it off camera. Not that anybody would. I'm just saying. Alright. One thing I did forget. We do have a Mega Flash sorry, not Mega Flash. Big Shiny Infinite Jump. That's at least 100 damage, depending on when in the fight we do it. You did it all off camera. Yeah, obviously. Mega Flash Jump. That'll be some big damage. I don't know if we have a really effective way of dealing with, like, the first set of enemies. Alright. Things I need to buy. Sewing scissors. Yes. Bellows, yes. Squirt gun, yeah. Boombox, yes. Why is the curling stone 300 coins? That's outrageous. Tape. Mm-hmm. Inflation these days. Yeah, for real. Watch battery's 50. Show me the freak. There it is. Shaved ice. Alright. Now I think that's all the required ones. Plus the boombox and the squirt gun, because those are just good. Doubt you're a big seller, but what would you do in this situation? I have no one to buy my product that I just spent time and money on. Is there any other way you could, like, get the word out about it? Like, kind of spread the word? Is there anything else worth bringing for extra damage? I'm just gonna bring a lot of the tiny ones, honestly. Magnifying glass is tiny. I don't remember which of these is tiny. Oh. Is the square can? Square can's tiny, right? Yeah. The air conditioner is not, I don't think. Shouldn't need the pillow. I'll take the radiator. Powder puff, only, that's basically a shield. I don't know if I'll need that. No, not the curling stone. I meant the billiard ball, yeah. Cell phone is tiny. Light bulb is tiny. Now, the light bulb is literally required for a puzzle in this game. I thought the prices had to do with whether or not things were required. Light bulb is literally required for a puzzle. 80 coins. Curling stone, not required at all for a puzzle. 300 coins. I'll take the newspaper. I'll take the soda. I'll take the trumpet. I'll take the watering can. I'll take the mini vacuum. And I think that's all the tiny ones. Minus the powder puff. Which, I guess I'll take the powder puff. I guess it'd be better to have it and not need it than 240. Goodness. Alright, so we've spent like $2 grand buying back things. I'll turn them all into stickers. That way we have a bunch of extra damage if we need it. And a shield. I don't know how much... Anyone know how much damage the powder puff absorbs before it breaks? Or is it just like set turns, or is it a set amount of damage? I don't remember. Now, some of the damage is going to be done for us. The sewing scissors is going to deal damage. The bellows are going to send all the fireballs on top of Bowser and deal damage. I would say hop slippers, but then I gotta buy super boots, so it takes up twice the amount of inventory space, which kind of sucks. We'll transform all of these. These may get used, these may not get used. I'm just keeping them in my back pocket for extra damage. And I'm gonna be very careful about how I sort my album here. Because with the Kamek fight, I cannot tell any of my stickers apart, aside from their size. So I might just interpret, oh, these are all just normal stickers, and then bang, half my things are gone, right? So I gotta make sure I'm on the right page when I go into... I think for the tiny ones, it'll probably just throw them at the end of my album. But for the larger... I mean, the larger ones I'll be able to tell, though. I'll be able to be like, okay, now this is either a thing or that big shiny Infinijump. And in either case, I don't want to use either of those. Alright, so we've still got a little bit of room left. So we can do some more strategizing beyond that. And these probably aren't going to do, like, a massive amount of damage. But watering can is a mashing command. Vacuum's a mashing command. Soda's a mashing command. A couple of these aren't. This is mashing. This is mashing. This isn't. This is mashing. This is timing. This is mashing. This is mashing. This is mashing. This is for something different. This is mashing, among other things. This is mashing. 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 Okay. One thing we do need is an E-camera. I don't really feel like finding one, so I'm just going to buy one. Need that for the second phase of the fight. Buy a backup in case I somehow missed the action command. I will definitely bring a couple of mushrooms. In fact, I'll kind of overload on mushrooms, just in case things go terribly. And then from there, I am going to head off to the World 4 and 5 sticker shops, but I'm also going to make a quick stop in World 1's shop in Wamino Mountain. I'm just going to grab a couple of flowers. I don't know how useful they're going to be, because I'm pretty sure you're almost guaranteed, if not completely guaranteed, to get a flying enemy. I could have just grabbed the bellows. Gosh darn it. If I'd known I was going to this level, I would have just grabbed the bellows. But I could grab the guitar. The guitar's in 5-6. No, because then I gotta go all the different with the platform. I don't want to deal with that. Alright, yeah, you can see this shop sells flashies, so I will grab... I'll grab 2 of each to conserve space. Let me actually sort and see what it does with my stuff here. Alright, it's stuck pretty much all the important stuff at the end, which is good. So for the Kamek fight... Oof. Okay, first 2 pages, minus this, but we'll be able to see that this is big. First, really, page 2. Page 2 and like the first half of page 3 are fine for the Kamek fight. More reminding myself than anything. Page 2, most of page 1, first half of page 3. Fight shouldn't last long enough for that to matter. We're gonna need tails. I think I have a couple on me, don't I? Yes. If I need more than 3, we have a problem. Let's see what Shaved Ice Cave has. Alright. I need to do something real... Can anyone tell me off the top of their head if clone jumps ignore spikes? Because I don't remember off the top of my head. Paper Mario Sticker Star Flashy Clone Jump. Because if they ignore spikes, I'll definitely take them. However, it is ineffective against spiked enemies. Okay, so we will not be grabbing... Which, by the way, that is complete false advertising on the sticker. because that is a freaking super boot, and you cannot convince me otherwise. I wanted to grab a couple shiny line jumps for dealing with that first set of enemies in the first phase. That might be helpful. Is there anything else worth picking up? We're not going to encounter any stickers in this level, so but we might as well fill the inventory as much as we can. How many POWs do I have? POWs might help. Got 6. I'm actually going to grab a couple more. Grab like 3 more. Couple shells. Decent damage. Got a good amount of iron jumps, so I'm not too worried about that. We're good on mushrooms. What else do I bring, man? What else? When is the boss fight gonna happen? Is that a question, or are you telling me to hurry up? Alright, I'll buy some super boots too. Might have just OD'd on salt. Not actually, but it was a lot. I was eating pork. A pork and rice dish, and I put too much salt on it. I've done that. Look at you with the relatability tonight. And just in case I somehow managed to screw up the chain chomp bit way too many times, I'll bring a couple of extra tail stickers too. Alright. This does change how our album looks, so I need to remind myself what is okay to use. Page 4 is okay. Minus the E-cameras. Actually, we could do it with normal hammers too. So page 3 is fine. And page 2 is mostly fine. Or sorry, page 4 is fine. Page 3 is mostly fine. Page 1 and 2 are fine. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're prepped. And if we're not, I'm going to eat the words, and I'm going to waste a lot of my time and everybody else's time, which I hope I don't do. But before we can even get to the big man, we gotta get through Kamek. So let's worry about that first. I'm actually going to put the headphones on for this because sound timing is actually going to be important for the flip-flops, so I don't screw things up. Lock in, chat. Yeah, everybody lock in. It's go time. Page 1 is fine, minus the big one. Page 2 is fine. We should probably stay away from page 3. Page 4 is fine, because even if we use the E-cameras, we have regular hammers we can knock the womp over with. Or, better yet, there. I love talking to you too, Benny. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Same to you, Hunter. Same to everybody else who's hanging out in chat. Thank you all very much. Okay, now page 4 is a no-no page, and pages 1 through 3 are perfectly usable. Let's go, gang. 1, 2, 3, chat. 1, 2, 3 is all good. Alright, let's lock in. I really should just run. We're not going to be able to do this. I need to hit a triple on the battle spinner, or we're going to be here forever. I don't know if I've ever seen this dialogue before. Unfortunately, we're going to have to sit through this cutscene of our stickers getting turned into flip-flops again, but does Kirsty come out and comment on it again? No, she doesn't. Okay, good. Thank you, game developer. Alright. We need a jackpot. Let's go! Now I gotta time these right. Just getting practice in. Got it. Let's go. That's a lot easier than I remember. See ya. Alright. I went with jumps instead of iron jumps because iron jumps we don't need a super boot for in order to attack Bowser. I figured that might be useful. But we're down 3 stickers. Minimum we could be down going here. No big deal. By the way, this level is a war crime because this is the level. The entire level is you walk across this carpet and then you reach Bowser. And that's it. As far as final levels in video games go, my disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. The fights are at this level. And for an RPG, that's just not okay, man. I'm sorry. Anyway. There we go. Game time. Lock in, chat. Carpet magically fixes itself. True. Never understood that. I noticed that even as a kid. Here's the big guy. Zero lines of dialogue, by the way. Not a single one. No. No, he's shining because of the royal sticker, Kirsty? No way. No shot. At least we get a banger in the background while we do this. Oh, one of these might be spiked. Ah, it's spiked. Okay, that's fine. We do get Battle Spinner here, so it's okay. That works. Okie dokie. Let's get underway. ideal. Really not ideal, actually. This arrangement of enemies is not great. Wish I had a flashy shell here. I don't know if this is gonna kill the fire bro, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. It didn't. Alright. Oh, I'm an idiot. I need to use the fricking tape. Well. That's okay. We actually got a more favorable set of enemies this time. We will start with the gosh darn tape, and then we'll hit him with a shell. I don't think button mashing is going to do us any good here. Damage. And attacks might miss. At least for that one turn. We get basically a free turn there. We're going to be spending a lot of money on the battle spinner in this fight. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. I guess he just halves normal incoming damage then, because the normal shiny shell does 22. Okay. Let's get to it. How do I want to handle this? Is it too early to use things? Not really. Alright. Let's do... I want to use some of the ones that are harder to time early. We'll go Trumpet and Square Can. Oh, this one's mashing. I thought you had to time it. Okay, I lied. Oh, I got that one too! Let's go! I've never got that one before. 45. That's big damage. 45. That's wild. Okay. We melted through his health there. Alright. I'm intentionally going to do this in multiple turns so I don't accidentally screw it up. We're going to start with an E-Camera. I could have done this in one turn. Okay, no biggie. No big deal. We just take this turn here. We can use the Battle Spinner. We go triple. That's fine. First thing we use is the Sewing Scissors to get rid of the Womp. Then we can start wailing on Bowser again. Alright, let's use some of the more difficult things to time here. Billiard ball, newspaper. This is one where button mashing will actually work. So I will be button mashing. And the emulator will be lagging, evidently, but that's fine. Cooked. Alright, billiard ball. This one I need to time, and I'm probably not going to be able to. Nope. Okay, I missed it. That's okay. This one I might be able to time. Nope. Guess not. Alright. Well, we knew that was a possibility. I will go magnifying glass and I don't know, light bulb. Why not? This is all button mashing at this point. 40, that's pretty good. $15, that's not so good. Okay, attacks might miss though. Not a guaranteed miss, but did pretty good. Okay, we've still got more damage to do apparently. Let's go Battle Spinner again. That's fine. Okay. Go watch battery. Actually don't know how much he heals. I'm just gonna do 1 so I don't accidentally end up wasting stickers here. Apparently that's a timing one. I didn't know that. Okay, that did get him onto the next phase, though. Good call. Good call. Because this might be a full heal here. Alright, Shaved Ice, Bellows. This should do some damage as well as freezing. It did. Okay. So now we're going to blow these fireballs that we just froze up into the air and knock them on Bowser's head. And also deal some damage to Bowser with just the thing sticker itself. So that's nice. Nice. Is that enough to end the it is. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I was actually thinking about trying the final phase of this fight without Kirsty. I don't know if I still want to do that, because that's going to take forever. I have the sticker power to pull it off. I have 3 Infinijumps, and I think the rest of my stickers could probably carry me the rest of the way there. But will they? I honestly don't even know. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I don't think I'm gonna do it. It's just not worth it. Alright, anyway. All I need to do here is equip a tail. Bang. Phase done. Are we ready, chat? Do I want to try and do this no Kirsty? No, I can't. I might be able to do it. Like, I might have the physical sticker power to be able to pull it off, but it's just gonna take forever. I'm not even gonna bother with the battle spinner here. I mean, we got 2 anyway, but... Use some useless stickers here. We don't really have too much that's flat out useless, but... We've done good at blocking attacks so far. Alright, it only takes 1 turn. That's fine. Okay, now we have to make the decision. Do we want to do this no Kirsty? Because I've never done this no Kirsty before. It's probably doable. We probably have enough to pull it off. But it's going to take forever. The Infinijumps alone... Actually, can I pull this off? Actually don't know if I can pull this off. Okay, this page is, let me do some math real quick. This is 75 health. This is 90 health. That's 12. So what, 390 plus 12. 402. We've got, what, 8, 9 times 5 is 45. 447. If each, that's 1, that's 10, 457, 8, 9, 460, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 466, 471, I don't think I have enough to do it without Kirsty. Unfortunately. If I had enough, I would. If I had a couple more Infinijumps, I could do it. If I had a couple more Infinijumps, I could do it without Kirsty, but I don't think I have enough. So, unfortunately, as much as it pains me, we're gonna have to use Kirsty. She's gonna give us some sad story. I don't care. You suck. You are a terrible character. Nobody likes you. I don't like you. Go away. Alright. I'm going to start this by trying to get... Actually, I'm an idiot. I'm going to start this by using the fricking boombox, because I'd be an idiot not to. And then we're going to try and get as many status effects going on him as possible. We have like 3 different chances of hitting Soggy. So I'm going to try and do that. Then we'll hit Radiator. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, time for Button Mashing Simulator. Let's go! Oh, I got it. Whew! My finger hurts. More button mashing. Alright. There's that. That's 40. Not Soggy yet. Gotta shake this up. There we go. Soda. Still no Soggy. Okay. Mash, 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 mash. And now Radiator. More mashing. Oh gosh, my finger. Okay. That uses up the things. Whew. Alright. We should be able to knock him off pretty easily now. Especially with doubled attack power, this should not take long. We may not even need to use any infinite jumps. Alright, give me shiny hop, flashy iron jump, and then the arms will probably be dead. So, or maybe they won't. I don't know. Whatever, use a couple more of these. Yeah, this is just gonna absolutely decimate his health. This boss is designed weird. Oh, well, alright, Bowser's dead. Cool. That happened quicker than expected. Okay. I do wish I could have done it without Kirsty, but, if I replayed 5-4 2 more times and got 2 more flashy infinite jumps from that level, we could have done it without Kirsty. Easily could have done it without Kirsty. Because I had super boots, so I could jump on his head without getting hurt. But alas. Alright, let's save the princess. Honestly, we should have left her. This one I feel like wasn't her fault. I mean, normally it's not her fault per se, but like... Alright. All our friends are here. The steward is here. The guy from Damp Oasis is here. The boat captain is here. All of our friends are here. Look at Gang. He thinks he's sneaky. Bro thinks he's sneaky. This game's ending sucks. I'm sorry. This game's ending sucks. Nobody wanted Kirsty back, bro. Nobody. Alright. So now we see the fruits of our labor. We can see we got all 5 Luigi locations here. And we actually have to wait until the end to see the rest see the rest of them. But we do get to watch the parade, so that's something at least. What would Mario have wished for? would Mario have wished for, if not to bring Kirsty back to life? Oh, no. Even if you don't use her, the ending plays out the same. I think I get what you're saying. She's... the ending plays out the same whether or not you, because the game doesn't, expect you not to use her. So even if she's still in your inventory at the end of the fight, the wish is still the same, which is dumb. It's stupid. Mario must be very dumb. Again, just the story of this game is not good, and the ending is not good. The boss fight itself is actually pretty fun, because you got to be strategic about what you use when and that kind of stuff. This part of the song is actually good. I must admit, the music and the visuals for this parade are very well done. I like this. I like the parade. It's very nice. Do we get to see the big fish? Where are the big fish? No big fish. I'm sad. Oh yeah, this guy gets beat up by all the enemies that harassed him throughout the game, which is kind of funny. Never understood why this is like a line of Buzzy Beetles. It's just a little bit weird to me. Here's all the bosses, by the way. Mega Sparkle Goomba, Tower Power Pokey, Gooper Blooper, Mr. Blizzard, Petey Piranha. Gooper Blooper's friggin' massive. Look at the size of him, dude. We get all the bros in the parade here as well. There's Junior. Bowser looks so fat. He looks so chunky in this game, man. They did him dirty, truly. Here's the part where we actually get to see the super flags, by the way. I think. Yeah. %. Here we go. Do you care about the likes on your streams? I try to like all your streams to make you feel better. Well, thank you, Benny. I appreciate that. I mean, listen, I like seeing a larger like number. Like, yeah, it makes me happy, but like, if they don't get a lot of likes, like, that's okay. It's not gonna upset me too much. I would prefer if they got more likes, but you know, people like if they want to. It's jazzy, I like it. Rest in peace, Owada. We miss you. Rest in peace, man. And that is Paper Mario Sticker Star, ladies and gentlemen. New Toad has appeared on the festival grounds. Go say hello. By the way, that Toad they're referring to, I guess I'll show him off. Why not? 20 hours and 40 minutes. Not bad for a 100% run. You know, with us not actively trying to speedrun the game. So it doesn't save boss completion, by the way. So you can never truly beat 6-3. It will never save your completion, hence why we ended up back at Outlook Point. But yeah, the NPC they're talking about is this guy, this purple guy right in the middle here. And if you talk to him, you can watch the parade again. That's it. That's your reward for beating the game, is you can watch the parade again. So basically just run the credits again. So yeah. That's Sticker Star, ladies and gentlemen. I expected that boss fight to take a bit longer, I'm going to be honest. We've been streaming for just over 2 hours, even with the throwing all the thing stickers in the museum. But yeah, that's Paper Mario Sticker Star. 100%. All Super Flags, all Luigi locations got 8 episodes in a little under 21 hours. So, there we go. I could finally say I beat it, and I put together a series of decent quality. Actually, real quick, I did make a playlist and put the first 7 parts in the playlist today. I just want to add this one to the playlist real quick. Can I even add this to the playlist while I'm still live? Is that a thing I can do? I don't know if that's a thing I can do. Let me see. Edit. No, not edit title and description. Let me edit the details. I can add it to a playlist. Alright, Sticker Star Live. There we go. It is added to the playlist. Cool. Alrighty. Time for bed. Alright, thanks for coming out, Hunter. I appreciate it. What are we going to do now? You normally play the same Roblox games over and over. Well, I don't want to do that. I'll tell you that. I do not want to do that. I think we are probably going to move on to Super Mario 3D Land and play through that next. Because I think I could get through that 100% before Deltarune comes out. If I can stream relatively consistently, and that's not necessarily a guarantee, but if I could stream relatively consistently, like, say 3 times a week, I think I can probably get 3D Land done before Sticker Star comes out. Problem is you need to completely beat the game twice, once with Mario and Luigi. Can't believe we're done. Only took 8 episodes, that's crazy. It's not too interesting of a story, Benny. I was originally going to be Mario Master 64, because N64, Mario 64, that kind of thing. But that channel already existed. So my mom actually came up with the rest of it. Just as like a random name she threw out there, and I was like, I like that. I also just like the number 25, so yeah. That's the story. Calling myself a master of Mario at the age of 10 was also a little bit ambitious. I mean, I'd beaten this game many times by then, but it was about the only one I had mastery over. What do you think, chat? What should we do now? I could end stream, and we could start up a stream for 3D Land and just do that right now. Or, we could sit and do a little Q&A. Because I don't know, the stream seems a little short. I could end it if we want to just do that, but I don't know. What do y'all think? What should we do? Because there's literally nothing else for me to do in this game unless I want to go back and recollect all the things and get back up to max coins, and I do not want to do that. So I appreciate that, Benny. All right. Sticker Star 2 when? I don't know. Color Splash has somewhat similar battle mechanics with the battle cards, right? Action commands were very precise, I remember, from the little bit of Color Splash that I played. Let me go find a ROM for 3D Land real quick. By the way, I do own 3D Land. Throwing this out into the universe. I do own it. In fact, my household has 2 copies of 3D Land. Alright. Sticker Star 2, even more generic toads and paper puns and no EXP. More toads, more puns, less EXP. Alright, less than 0 would be impressive. Alright, I will download the USA ROM for 3D Land, which I own, by the way. Sorry, I need to mention that because Nintendo doesn't like these things. Scribble? Yeah, the thing with that is lobbies can fill up with bots and, like, they all have, like, racist usernames. I've run into that before, and I'd rather not risk showing that on stream. I don't know. I assume it's bots, or it's people, like, raiding, but it seemed like bots to me. Alright. Let's extract to my desktop. There it is. All right. Gartic Phone? I was thinking about Gartic Phone. Hi, Dusky. I don't know. I haven't played Gartic Phone in a long time. It'd be hard for bots to play Gartic Phone, right? Because you'd have to, like, physically do stuff. Forgot how to play it? Yeah. I think either way, I'm probably going to end this stream and start a new one. Just because I want this stream to be, you know, strictly Sticker Star. So if people watch through the stream series, they're just getting Sticker Star. But I would be okay ending stream and starting a new one. If I do have the ROM downloaded for 3D Land, if we wanted to start 3D Land. Like, I have it. All I need to do is pretty much close the emulator, reopen it, drag the ROM in, and we could get started. Like, it's that simple. But if y'all want to do something different, we could do that too. I would be ending stream here though, because I want to strictly keep this as Sticker Star, for VOD watchers, I guess. But yeah, that's it. 8 episodes, 100%. Thank you all for being here. If you would like to pop out to this next stream, whatever it's going to be, feel free. If not, that is okay too. I hope you have a wonderful evening. But yeah, thank you all for coming along on this journey of this Sticker Star series. I have had a ton of fun. Thank you to everyone who's popped into live chat. I can't name everybody, but thank you all for being here. Everyone who's been here this stream, everyone who was here previous streams, thank you all for being here. It means a lot. And if there happens to be any VOD watchers, I appreciate you. Thank you for checking out the VOD and watching along. Y'all are amazing. I love you. Yeah. For chat, I'll see y'all in a minute. But for all, thank you for watching. And always remember, Jesus loves you. Peace.